We
There
figured it
we
out.
go. Finally. Oh my
Did we
gosh.
figure it out?
We did. We're so smart.
My God, bless.
I love your shirt. Very nice.
Very vintage, you know. My dad, I'm pretty sure my dad owned this sweater.
Oh, sweet. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. These are the vibes we're going with today. We're not thriving. We are merely surviving.
Ugh, man, yes. Survival mode, 100%.
Honestly, we are like living it up this summer. But I feel like we need to rein it in a little bit because, like, I was texting you, like, the emotions are so fucking high in my house right now because everyone's tired. Everyone needs, like, to eat a vegetable. Like,
Oh, I guess like you guys are camping and stuff.
no, we're just at home, but we are honestly just like, throw caution to the wind. There's no bedtime. There's like, we're just so like fluid.
Free
And
for
then
all.
today I was like, okay, we are paying the price.
This extra feral lifestyle is
Oh
not.
my God, dude. And then we're kind of taking like a last minute trip up to Brace Lake, like to go flying fishing. So this week it's also like we need to prep everything for that trip while also prepping like groceries and shit at home. Like
Oh,
we're level 2000 right now.
like the kids are staying home for this one.
Yeah, yeah. So like I do his social media, right? So
Oh,
going up to
source.
get like content and whatever, which is like great work because you also get to fish and, you know,
So cool.
right? So it was like the kids loved it when they went last year, but it's just like to do the work, to be able to fish and then parent and just like man it. Like it's like too much. So they're going to stay back this
Yeah.
time. And then we're already talking like next year about going back. So it's fine. But they were really fucking bummed.
They're
But
cool
now with all
though.
these high emotions, I'm like, okay, this is perfect timing. Like I need to GTFO.
Mm-hmm. Are you going with friends or your husband?
Yeah, so Corb's gonna come and then the couple that we went with last summer, they're gonna come back, no kids either. And my dad was gonna come, but he just had his
Mhm.
hip done not that long ago. And it's just like it's a lot of sitting, like
Oh yeah.
so I was like, I don't know, like if you're able to do it, come for sure. But yeah, I don't think it's gonna work for him, which sucks. But next time.
Yeah, this might be a rough summer for that kind of stuff, I guess.
Yeah, it's just like, it's a 14-hour drive, so make it 16 by the
Ooh,
time you
yeah.
stop. So you're doing all that driving, obviously while you're fishing, you're sitting. The plane, you're sitting, like it's a lot of sitting. So maybe not ideal for him, but he'll come next time. It's all
Yeah,
good.
it'll be awesome.
Yeah.
That'll
Yeah,
be a
it's
nice
all good.
opportunity. Well, this is the first time I've talked to you since turkey season, and I think you got two tags filled, right?
I have never. It was like an amazing season and then also like this is I want to preface this with this is going to sound like very dramatic. It was like amazing because I've never tagged out and it was my first time shooting my gun. Like I had just got my gun license and my new gun. So like
Mm.
that was really exciting. But then after I tagged out and I shot both of them with my gun, I did have this kind of like remorse a little bit where I was like, I really wanted my second one with my bow. And it
Oh,
was just, it came with like really mixed emotions. Like I was so happy and I was so proud to have like achieved my goal. But then it felt like it wasn't fully achieved because I really wanted that archery kill.
yeah.
Yeah, it was a great season. I honestly would not trade it for the world. But
You had something funky happen with your bow, though, right?
yeah, so it honestly, like we put like a new string on it, and so then you're trying to like break in the string, and I had shot at two birds, and I shoot with these like guillotine broadheads, so it's like
Okay.
headshots. So
Cool.
it's either like a clean hit or a clean miss. And they were like so close, so close. And it on it like, well, I called you and was just like in hysterics because like hunters, we get so much shit from non-hunters, right? So then when you are hunting and you experience like a miss, right? Or a near hit or anything like that, like I feel like it comes with so much emotion.
Yeah.
Um so we ended up completely tearing my bow apart and replacing like the bearings or something. This is like way above my pay grade. But like replaced it, like completely put it back together.
Yeah.
And then it was just ethically, it was like, okay, I should use my gun because I'm not feeling 100% confident now in my equipment, in my shot. So, as much as I really wanted the second one with the bow, it just felt more responsible to take it ethically and like to know that like my gun is shooting perfect,
Yeah.
put the bow up and we can keep playing because like we've got the moose hunt coming up in September, right? So it's like we'll keep
True.
playing and making sure that it's like totally zoned in for that. But yeah, it was an incredible season. And you got one like early season.
Yeah, I think it was like the second weekend or third weekend, maybe. Yeah, that was pretty exciting. Like early enough in the morning, so I didn't have to sit out and get eaten alive for a few hours before getting my bird. Yeah, I was really happy because I didn't get one the season before. Like I had opportunities to get one. I was super friggin' pregnant, so like mobility was an issue.
Yeah, been there.
Um, but yeah, oh, yeah, exactly. Like hunting when you have a human being in your abdomen.
it's
Um,
it's a whole other ball game.
yeah, it is. Like I really didn't think it was going to be as challenging as it was because it's just exhausting and like your body moves differently whenever you're pregnant and your hips are like all hunky, whacked out. It's not cool.
Yeah.
Did you have a friend that went that did she get her first turkey this year?
Yes. It was, oh my God. Like, yeah, I think like I had a great season. I got my two, but
Yeah.
that hunt specifically was so incredible. And I wasn't even the one, obviously, who shot. We weren't even hunting like in the same blind. So the night before, I had missed a bird with my bow. And
Okay.
so we went back the next night. So myself and my daughter sat in the exact same spot where I'd missed this bird. And Annie was like down the field. Like I couldn't even see where she was set up. And we're in the middle of this cow field. So these cows are just like walking around eating. Like
Living
it
their
was
lives.
it was wild. And I was just like calling and loud. Like I was going on the call.
Okay.
And then it was like 6:30 at night. And oh, fuck. And then like I look at Lauren, I was like, oh my God, oh my God. I was like, it's like
Did you hear that?
over here. And there's a road, like a farmer's road. And I'm looking
Oh.
and I was like, it's here. So every time I'm calling, this thing's gobbling. And I was like, okay, it's committing. And then I was like, well, I'm gonna stop calling because I don't really know where Annie is. And I had my shot at a bird, like this is Annie's bird. So I am sitting there and I'm just kind of like waiting. And then I'm like, I look at Lauren, I was like, he's not gobbling, so he's moving. So I'm just gonna give a little gobble just so we can figure out where this guy is. And I call, and I was like, okay, he's moving into the field. Like Annie has to see him. And then he like went under like a part of the field. We just like couldn't see him, and we're looking. And I was like, oh, is that the bird? And Lauren looks and he's like full strut. And she's like,
Oh.
and then we just hear boom. And we watch it. Like we saw the shot. And like
Oh
I
my
just got
God.
goosebumps thinking
Yeah.
about it. And I was like, she did it. And we like burst out of the blind and like go running down the field. I was like, you shot a fucking turkey. This was her first turkey. And her first, like we kept saying, like big game, like the only thing she's ever shot until then was a grouse.
Oh
So this was like
wow.
so
Nice.
Oh,
This is a
she's
huge like
crying.
accomplishment, a huge step.
Yeah, she's crying. I'm crying. McQuaid's crying. Like we're all just so pumped. We popped a bottle of champagne. Like we it was amazing. Like honestly, and you hear these things, and a lot of times it's parents or grandparents or somebody where it's like them shooting an animal is way more important to me than me shooting an animal, and you hear that all the time. This was like I got it. I was like,
Yeah, that's when you
yes,
feel it, right?
like this meant so much more than anything. Like it was so amazing. I think about it all the time this hunt because it was just so special. And even though we weren't physically sitting with her, to be able to share that with her was honestly just like
And
chef's
to
kiss.
see the shot, like that's so exciting.
Oh, and for us to be like, oh, is that the bird? Like we just, and then boom, I was like, it's a
Bam.
bird.
Oh my God. And it's crazy because yeah, like hunting is such a competitive thing. And for people like you and myself that are like more competitive, to just get so excited for somebody else to get
Yes.
like it just kind of shows, I don't know, how rewarding it is just to get other people into this and
Yeah.
just
And I think
watch other people succeed.
like hunting has so much emotion tied up into
Mhm.
it. So like, you know, I'm messaging you with my misses just completely distraught,
Yeah.
right? But then you're messaging me with your success and it's
I
like,
know.
fuck yes, like she did it. And then there's always this like undertone, and I think this is like social media though, where you're hunting hard, right? You are putting in the hours, you are scouting, you're doing the shit. And then you see somebody you don't even know from like buttfuck Oklahoma shooting whatever. And you're just like, well, what are they doing that I'm not? Or
Yeah.
like I really struggle with those, like I'm going to call them like the negative feelings where it's like somebody else's success does not mean my failure, especially when like we're not hunting the same property. We're not hunting the
Yeah.
same gear. Like it's just it's like this like weird dichotomy of like being so excited for people but then trying to like check myself of just being like just because they were successful and I haven't shot anything yet doesn't mean that I'm not successful in like other aspects, you know what I mean?
100%. Yeah, it's so hard. Like I end up feeling that come the end of the season because like, you're running out of time and you're like seeing all of the posts from all the people that have had successes, meaning they harvested something. So yeah, you really start thinking like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? Like, am I not
Yes.
trying hard enough? Am I not going out enough? Am I not doing this or that? Yeah, it's like, and you can't think like that because whenever I see someone else not harvest a deer that season, I don't think less of them as a hunter. I just think
Oh,
like, oh yeah, shit happens. You are not guaranteed a deer and you're not going to get one every year. But
yes.
for ourselves, we're so much harder on ourselves.
Oh, for sure. And I think like it's that social media aspect as well, where like you and I are very active on socials and like we're
Mhm.
sharing our hunts and we're sharing this with the community. And so then when something, you know, the stars don't align. Last deer season, I had so many deer on my trail cams, but they were all nocturnal. And
Oh,
so it's like I don't even have anything to like talk about my hunt to like share that with non-hunters. Whereas like the turkey season, you know, you're able to be like, oh, I saw a hen over here and da 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 da
you're
da.
seeing stuff and hearing things and
Yeah. And so it was such like it was a great season and I learned a lot. And you know, any time in the bush is time well spent as far as I'm concerned. But
Mhm.
then there is this little nagging voice at the back of my mind where it's like I'm trying to share this lifestyle and like I'm not saying, you know, I'm out here fucking moving mountains or anything, but like to advocate for hunting and to be a
Yes.
voice in that community for non-hunters to learn from. And then it's like, well, what the fuck am I even teaching them? Because like nothing's happening,
Yep.
So, and again, kind of building off of like other people's successes, equate your failures or not, right? It's when you're talking to a non-hunter and they're like, oh, so like, did you shoot a deer? And it's like, man, I didn't even see one. And you can just kind of see their hamster running a little bit of like,
Yeah.
well, what did she do wrong? Like, she doesn't know. And it's like, no, you don't know. Like, it's that conversation of trying to educate them even on that aspect. Uh,
Yeah.
but I
Very
mean,
good point, because there are so many times like there's like memes about it. You go to Christmas dinner and everyone's like, "Oh, did you catch a deer yet? Did you catch a deer yet?" And when you say like, "No, I haven't seen a single thing all season," they look at you like you can see, like you said, like their faces change and they're like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like, for one, why are you sitting in the cold for hours and days on end to not even see a deer? And for two, like, what are you doing wrong? So
mhm.
yeah, showing like you were saying, during deer season last year, all of my posts were just me sitting in a freezing cold blind, seeing F all, or like
Yep.
walking around and like, oh, there's some tracks, there's some rubs, but I didn't see anything or like get a shot at anything. And yeah, I guess we need to show more people that.
Yes. And like, turkey season's hard because the go-to thing that non-hunters say is you can just go to the grocery store and save yourself, all this time and effort and money and just like buy a fucking turkey. You
Yep.
don't get that so much in deer season, because you can't just go and buy a deer. But like
And it's more meat
it's
eaten.
but it is so frustrating to be like, you are I'm giving them too much power because they're kind of taking away from my successful hunt even when I don't shoot anything, right? Like
Yeah.
we come home being like, yeah, like, the other day Susie made this like offside comment about like, well, what a waste of time. And I don't think it's a waste of time, but now I feel like I need to defend it and I need to like have
Reason
that
it.
conversation. And I don't I don't know. It's like this fine line you have to walk because it is important, outside of the conservation and the harvesting of an animal. It's important to have these conversations, but sometimes it just like really kicks you in the crotch when you've had a shitty season.
Yeah, 100%. Because you're like battling your own, like trying to stay positive, and other hunters even like potentially judging you, and then someone that doesn't even begin to understand why you're doing what you're doing, you have to explain everything. Like,
Yes.
it's nuts.
Yeah,
I think
it's brutal.
while we're on this topic, Lori Ann from the Canadian Sportswomen's Society had a really good question. And if anyone else has questions, drop them and we'll answer them. But she was asking what we've learned while hunting and fishing or shooting that has nothing to do with like hunting, fishing, and shooting. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
It makes total I feel like a lot of the lessons that I
Mm.
learned, they never actually pertain to the activity that I'm fucking doing.
No.
Um I have learned a lot of perseverance. That is like, yeah, I have learned that about myself, that I am very hard to deter when I have something I want to accomplish. I very much like hyperfixate on it, and it's trying to find a balance, I think, while trying to achieve that goal. You know, like
Yeah,
my husband knows turkey season I'm not around, and he's seeing that through the deer season now too, where I'm like, okay, like I'm gonna go sit. I've got a couple hours, I'm just gonna go sit.
it is go time.
Yeah, so I've learned that about myself, which has definitely rolled into other aspects of life. But what have you learned?
I think it's just the persistence, like showing up every day, going out there every day, and you see the progress, or at least like when you're going out every single day, you're seeing the different, or as often as you can, because like we're adults and we have jobs and children.
Yeah.
But as often as you can, like, cause yeah, like without the persistence or consistency, like you're just not gonna learn. You're not gonna keep having like a chance at getting that deer, and that's something I have to bring into like everyday life too. I mean, there's so many times I'll start like a task or like a project that I want to do, because I mean, always going with like these little like side hustles and stuff. And yeah, it's just like you got to go after it. You've got to push yourself every single day or as much as you possibly can. So I think that's what's really
I
something that's
think,
come out of me for hunting.
well, and something else too is, and like a lot of hunters will, I would say, agree with this. A lot of the things that we love about hunting actually happens back at camp when you're sitting
Mm,
around, you're having a couple beers with the boys, and you're learning from their experiences as well. Not just like your time in the stand, like they come and they're like, oh yeah, there's this one time XYZ, and you're like, oh, and then you go in the stand and you're like, holy shit, XYZ is happening, and
yes,
I know what
yes,
to do because like they did this, like it, and I think that that's like a really cool way too, is like you listen to people a little
yes.
differently.
That is, that just brought me back to like like bear hunting, because that was like the spring, my first ever time even seeing a bear. And the outfitter said, like Matt from Elite Bear Outfitters was like, yeah, you see a bear come in, and if they like scoot and dart out of there real quick, like maybe they smelled you, but likely there's a bigger one coming. And I saw him like come in, look around, and like sniffed around a bit and then darted. And I texted the outfitter, like Matt, I'm like, okay, he just took off. Like either he smelled me or there's a big one coming. And 5, 10 minutes later, a bigger one comes through, and I'm like, oh my God, like this is exactly like they said would happen. And yeah, it was fucking awesome.
Right. And like if you weren't sitting around camp chatting with Matt, you maybe would have been like, oh, like I fucked up, like they smelled
Yes.
me.
He's
Or
scared.
like,
Well, fuck, my hunt's over.
or you're like, oh, my hunt's over, and you climb down
Yeah.
and oh, I actually just fucked the hunt big time because this bear was, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's listening and being like, oh, well, and especially like, like what you're saying, like you've never been on a bear hunt. So it's like, how much information can I gather before I go out
Yeah.
there? Because like you can go to YouTube University and you can watch, Steve Ranella as much as you want. But until
Or
it's
just us
somebody
hunting.
actually telling you, like, this is my experience, it's in one ear out the other. Like it's never going to work the same.
That's it. Like I did watch a lot of YouTube videos. Like I watched your video, I think it was the bear hunt where your mom got like that massive bear.
I'll never live that one down.
Unreal. That was a really, really good video. Yeah, like people that are listening should definitely check that out. I'll link that in the description once this is posted. But yeah, like I was watching and I was gathering like information and stuff, but the majority of it was from just like hearing Matt and like Amanda Lynn was there, and just them like kind of shooting the shit about their hunts. Like that's where I learned everything that I kind of knew before going into the stand.
Well, because I think too, like there's a level of editing when you're watching like YouTube University or TV shows.
True.
You know what I mean? Where it's like, I don't know, Susie takes a shot at a bear, and then next thing you know, she's like doing her hero pick with it. But really, it's like they tracked all through the night and it was a kind of a
Mm.
shitty shot and it wasn't what she should have been doing and blah, blah, blah. But like you trying to like learn, you're not getting all of that like behind the curtain
The
shit.
behind the scenes nitty gritty.
And a lot of these shows are made for hunters. So I think that when they're making these shows, they come with a level of like, you understand, right? Like,
Yeah.
so we don't need to explain what a stabilizer on a bow does, what a peep sight on a bow does. You already know that. Whereas somebody who's just getting into the sport, they'd be like, oh, well, like, what's this? Like, what's that? Like, they would have
What are
those
you talking
questions.
about?
Exactly. So it's like, when you're sitting around the campfire, just a camp, and you're making supper, and someone starts chatting, and they're like, "Oh yeah, like you should really get a sight light for your bow because your peep sight actually takes away so much more light, like the aperture." Da da da. It's like, holy shit! Like I never thought about that. Like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna run with it.
Yeah. Yep, just having those conversations with it builds you so much, like your knowledge and your experience. Yeah, like it's like I say, I always like to hunt alone and stuff, but there's just something so rewarding about hunting with other people, like the experience that you gain from them.
Well, and even like we didn't turkey hunt together, but like I would wake up and I'd text you right away, like, are you going out today? Or like
Checking in.
I'd get all settled in the blind and I'd have a message from you, like, all set up, ready to go. And it's like you find these people to like bond with and to like share your hunt with, even if they're like not there. You could still
Yeah,
do it well, you know?
100%. Speaking of that, somebody asked how we met. I feel like I initially discover you from Nicole's podcast, Canadian Women of the Outdoors? Maybe that's where I initially discovered you and then followed you and then asked you to come onto this podcast.
Yeah, it was something along those
The
lines.
whole
And
social media thing.
which again, like, we can all agree we should be getting off of Meta and just like living like it's 1995 again.
Okay,
But like,
yes.
there are some really cool aspects to it, like finding like-minded people and making those connections. You know what I mean? And it's like, we've never met each other
In
IRL, as the kids
person.
say. But it's
Yeah.
like we chat regularly again because it's just like, oh, we both love flipping logs and catching critters and
Yes.
both love to learn, and we're both still learning about hunting. And you know so much about guns and I know a little more about bows, and we
You
just
know a shit ton
mess with
about
each other.
those.
Like it's cool. Social media has its place. But
Yeah.
yes, that was where we met.
Yep. Social media. She came on my podcast and now she's back because, yeah, we started chatting
Have
and
you
didn't
got rid
hate
of
each
me
other.
yet? So do you think you're gonna go bear hunting again?
1,000,000%. Yes, I'm already like trying to plan for, I don't know, is spring or fall better? What do you think?
Well,
Hard to say,
I
eh?
I have normally done fall because this when I lived up north, the spring bear hunt was canceled, right?
Oh,
There was that chunk of time, I don't know, was it a decade, maybe a little more, where there was no spring bear hunt.
yeah.
So everyone just started hunting in the fall. The nice thing about hunting in August is the bugs aren't as bad.
Mm,
You know?
true.
If you're looking for like a good hide, spring would be the better time because they're coming out from hibernation. So like their coat is beautiful. Um, but yeah, I've only ever really done the fall hunt and I haven't bear hunted in a long time. But
Okay, I was gonna ask, yeah, if you were like going again or.
I would love to. I love bear meat. I really enjoy the hunt itself.
Mhm.
Um, we were very fortunate when we were doing the show and when we were bear hunting that my uncle and my cousin would bait for us because we were hunting like 12 hours from home.
Wow.
So we were very fortunate that they were able to run that bait for us. But then as time goes on, like our bait was like 45 minutes from their house. So it's like we're asking a lot of them as well to be,
Fair. Yeah, that's a long drive to bait.
you know what I mean? There was one year my dad and my husband drove the 12 hours with a truck full of bait, baited, stayed the night, came home because it was just like,
Oh my God.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
I'm sure they bonded on that trip for sure.
I bet.
But yeah, it is a hunt that I really enjoy. Bears are such a funny creature to watch, and not again, non-hunters have a lot to say about hunting a bear over a bait and et cetera, et cetera. Um, but I really enjoy that aspect of it as well. Like you're kind of seeing them in a way that you don't see like a deer
Yeah,
interact. Even with the bait, like deer interact differently. And I don't know if that's because they're a prey and a bear's predator. I don't know
I
what
think
it is,
so.
but I could just sit in a stand and watch bears all day. I think they're so neat.
Yeah, like the deer will walk up to the bait and he's really skittish and like eating really quickly and then moving on. But like, yeah, the bears play and they like if there's another one, they interact and they're just so silly and intelligent.
Yeah, it's very humbling. And again, maybe this is because they are a predator. Um, but like when you have a bear coming in under your stand and they look up at you and
Oh
you're
my
fucking
God.
eye contact and you are like, okay, I understand where I'm at in the food chain right now. Like if things go sideways, I understand. You are winning.
Yeah, you're like, yes, sir.
It's that level of respect, and I think that can be like really easily like romanticized, like respecting the animal and giving thanks
Yeah,
and all this shit. That can be very much romanticized in the hunting community. But I think a lot of hunters experience that when they are hunting a predator, right? It's like, okay, humbled, respect.
it's
I understand.
crazy. Yeah, it's a crazy, crazy feeling. I mean, Matt was saying, he's like, yeah, I've been hunting bear for like years and years. I've shot like more bear than I can count, whatever. He wasn't like in a bragging way. He was just, lots of
Yeah.
experience. And he says, once a bear comes in, like I'm shaken, like it's crazy. And
Mhm.
yeah, like that bear walked in and my heart was racing and I was like shaking. And I'm like, this is wild. Like, I don't get this with deer. I mean, yeah, of course I'm excited when a deer walks in, like anything. Like, that's so exciting. But like the bear, it was just different. Like, my body was vibrating.
Yeah, and again, like this is all going to sound very like romanticized and like very like hippie, but like do bears just have like a different like aura around them?
Yeah.
Like when they come in, it is a presence. Whereas like when deer come in, like you said, it's very skittish. It's very like I'm here and then I'm gone. Like they don't have that presence when they like walk by your stand.
It's a different feeling.
It's like a heaviness. It's yeah. It's a
Yeah,
totally
because I
different.
wasn't like scared. I mean, I've got my rifle. Like I'm in the stand. Yeah, they can climb, but whatever. I wasn't shaking because I was scared. It was just because it was such a different feeling.
Mhm.
Oh, Daphne, I get turkey fever. Oh my God, turkey fever. Yes.
She
Did
suffers from it really badly. No
you
hate,
say?
no hate, no hate, no hate. But yeah, and I think like maybe a little bit like, turkey fever, people talk about like buck fever. And I think
Mhm.
maybe a little bit of that is just like experience, the excitement is still there. So like Matt is still excited when a bear walks in. McQuaid still gets so excited when a turkey comes in. Like there's still that level of excitement, but you know you're confident in your skills, you've done it enough that like that excitement you're able to kind of compartmentalize.
Yeah.
Whereas you if you're new, if you've had like a dry spell, if it's a brand new species to hunt, like we went coyote hunting the other day, we saw fuck
That's
all.
good.
I've had coyotes on my trail cam every morning. The day we go, obviously they're not there.
Zero.
But on the way out, I just kind of had this like nervous excitement because I was like, holy shit, like, where do I shoot? Like, I've never, how am I going to do this? Like, how long do I call for? Like, there was just so many questions where I was like, when I go
Mhm.
turkey hunting, I know exactly, like, this is what I'm going to do. These are the things. This is how it's going to probably happen. But then going out like coyote hunting, I was like, holy shit, like this is a whole other learning experience. And I'm learning on the fly. And as I'm sitting in the bush, I was kind of like Googling, well, what
I do
call
that
should I
all
be
the
using?
time.
Right? Like I was like, we put the rabbit call going. And then I was like, well, they have their puppies now. So like, should I be, so I'm Googling and it's like, oh, try like a pup call. And if that doesn't work, try this specific howl. And I was like, oh, okay. Probably should have figured that out before I went and into this.
No,
But yeah, it
I
it was
love
fun.
that. There's so many people that are like, I can't go hunting. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like, man, if you know how many times I'm sitting in my blind Googling what the fuck to do, because I'm new to this too. Like, I didn't just like know everything when I started hunting. Hell no. I'm Googling, like, okay, this just happened. Like, what did I do wrong? Or,
Yeah, or like, turkey, like what does this decoy setup actually mean? What the fuck is a kiki run? Like it's just like you're always Googling, and like I said, like every day is a school day. So if you can translate that into the hunt and use the technology we have, like a phone, and just try to be like, okay, how can I be better prepared next time or the
that's
next
it.
time I sit? Yeah.
Yeah, that is 100% it. I mean, even when I'm out like foraging and stuff, like you see a mushroom, and if you don't have service, you snap a picture, you come home, you identify it. Like people just need to kind of be more self-taught, I guess, or don't be like I don't know, there's nothing wrong with just like learning on the fly, teaching yourself, Googling it.
Yeah, maybe there's like a little bit of shame of like not knowing, I don't know. I famously say like you're allowed to be okay at something and still love it.
Mhm.
You don't have to be the best. You don't have to know everything. Like we can all just kind of figure it out as we go, I guess.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Like you don't need to be the best to even post it and everything. If you're really stuck, get a good guide or mentor. Says Let Down Podcast. Hey. Yes, exactly. Like I feel like social media is really good for that too, just connecting people
Yeah.
with,
Well,
like a new hunter with an experienced hunter or whatever.
and I think, there's something to be said for learning alongside somebody. So like famously, like Zippy and I, we always are like, well, we're just gonna frog around and find out. Like we've been in this community our entire lives, both of us, but it's like, well, I've never had a grouse fly up in this particular tree, like with this presentation. Like we're both trying to train our dogs. Her dog is much further along than mine in retrieving. And so it's like when you are learning parallel with somebody, they learn something one day and they can pass that information on to you, and vice versa, and you can like
Yeah.
cheer each other on. Whereas sometimes with like a mentor, I think, I know for myself, I get kind of stuck in like that power dynamic where I start to second guess myself of what I know, because like,
Oh, okay.
well, I asked Chris and he said you should never blah blah blah, but like now I'm second guessing what I would have done, which apparently was wrong. Like, yeah, at the end of the day, you do have to trust your gut and yourself
Yeah,
a little
exactly.
bit. But, like, yeah, mentors are, yeah. Who's yours? Who's your mentor?
I don't have one.
Me?
I don't. Yes,
Me?
you are
Yeah.
my mentor. No, like I shouldn't say I don't have one. I don't like have a specific human being that I go hunting with that's like, Jen, this is what you gotta do. I draw a lot of inspiration and like knowledge from, yeah, like honestly, people like you, like other hunters that I follow, and a lot of them are female hunters. But yeah, that's it. I'm
Yeah, I would
s-
say like my dad is
I
a
was gonna say.
huge mentor, but he's not the only one. Like all of the Just Us hunting guys are like uncles to me. So like, and they all come at it with like different strengths. So like Bruce, he's a trapper, so he understands animal behavior in a way that maybe the other guys don't.
Okay.
Gary is like big angler. So it's like he understands fishing in a different way. So it's like, yeah, like this is my mentor in general, but then like you find these other pockets of, and people teach in different ways too. You know what I mean? So
Yes, 100%. Yeah, I guess like it's pretty. ignorant of me to say I don't have a mentor because yeah, there's like a lot of people that I talk to. I mean, I work with a lot of people that are very experienced hunters, and when I talk to them and just sort of like shoot the shit about my hunt, there's like tips that they'll throw out or they'll tell me about their hunt and I'm like learning stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I think like kind of going back to like, you being a mentor and me like parallel learning, like this year I have never gone on a hunt with a gun before, and you're telling me you shoot your bird and you're like, "Yeah, it was a spot and stalk." And I'm like, "How the fuck do we do that?" Because it's never been something I could do because I have a bow. Like it's
With a
just totally
compound bow.
different setup, right? So it's like, "Oh, how do you do that?" Like
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I remember, yeah, you were like, oh, that's like nothing I've ever had
I
an
was like, "That's like
opportunity to
Rambo
do.
shit." I was like, "I don't even know what that means."
Yes. Love me a spot and stalk hunt for turkey. Daphne asked, did I grow up hunting? Jen, did you grow up with a hunting background with your family? I did not. My family does not hunt in any way, shape, or form. I think if anything, when I grew up, they were like anti-hunting, which kind of like brainwashed me into being anti-hunting for a while. After college, I got my hunting license and my gun license and just kind of like dove in, did a lot of Googling to try and just figure out how to just get myself out there for my first hunt. Bought a super cheap shotgun. It was a Mossberg MK 5000, 5500. And yeah, started with deer, got permission to hunt, and sat out there alone, pretending like I knew what I was doing. Shot a doe, ended up getting a muzzleloader because, like, of course, for the first couple of years, I didn't see anything or shoot anything. But then, yeah, got a muzzleloader, got a deer, and it was like all uphill, downhill. I don't know, all gung ho from there. I was like, it was lots of uphill, downhill. Yeah, I was just full all in on hunting, and then got super into the guns. So started like sport shooting and all that, and now I'm just hunting because I don't have the time or money to throw 1,000 rounds of 9 mil down the range every weekend.
Yeah, even just like sighting in my gun, I was like,
Oh,
"Oh, so that's it." Like it like
we can't retrieve these?
right? Like I've grown up with arrows where like ideally you go out with a dozen arrows, you come home with a dozen arrows, and we went out with a box of shells and I was like, "So we get to come home with an empty box?" Like I was just
Uh,
like,
that's a
this
lot of
feels
money.
like a fucking ripoff.
That's hilarious. What's your next hunt?
Well, I guess it's the moose hunt in September.
Oh, yeah, yeah, that's Canadian,
Um,
eh? Oh, it's died.
yeah, that's the next one. It's the moose hunt. But I'm fairly certain I'm also going on a goose hunt in the fall. We normally do a grouse hunt like Thanksgiving weekend, but that's also typically the weekend we come out of the bush from moose hunting. So like
Oh.
I don't know what that's gonna look like. But in a perfect world, it would be moose, goose, grouse, and then I'm gonna get sucked back into that fucking deer vortex and try again. But it's
Do
like
you absolutely love deer season once this here, though? Or are you just like, fuck, I gotta do this?
I love getting into the tree stand and being there, but I don't love deer hunt. And truthfully, and I said this on the Letdown podcast too, I think it's just because like I don't have successful hunts. I've shot one buck in my whole life. One deer, one buck, and that was like 13, 14 years ago. So it's like it's just really hard to keep going. And like I said, this deer season, I hunted fucking hard and I never saw a deer in the stand.
That's
So it's
crazy.
just hard to be like pumped about it when there's fucking nothing there.
Yeah.
One arm hunter says my next season is goose and duck, then fall turkey. So fall turkey is another one. My sister shot a fall turkey like the first year that they had it. She was deer hunting, and these turkeys just kept walking through like the same day. So she's like, "Fuck it," bought a
Might as well.
license, and then the next day. got her turkey. I would like to, my brother-in-law does duck hunting too. So like I kind of want to try that as well, but it's for sure me just like inviting myself into his boat.
Going along. That'll be fun though. Like the action from duck and goose. I love waterfowl hunting.
Yeah, and that's what I've heard too, where like, okay, so you get no action with deer, but it makes up for it when you're duck, goose,
Out for
pheasant, like
goose.
upland hunting. Like they're just like that
Yeah.
makes up for it because it's just nonstop, you know? And
Yeah.
I
And even
want,
if it is quiet, you can like get out of the stand, like talk, walk around, have your coffee, whatever, and then you hear or see goose coming in and you sit your ass down and wait to shoot.
yeah. So I want to do that in the fall, but we got to survive the moose hunt first. Moose first.
Yes, that's gonna be so exciting. I can't wait to see your posts on that.
It's gonna be uh like I'm already so excited for it. It's yeah, it's gonna be amazing. Okay, I have a question for you. So one of my girlfriends the other day, she was like, I think it's so interesting that you like take time away from the family to do these hunts. Like normally it's the husband. And I was like, well, that Corby would love to. That's just like not in the stars for him. How does your husband feel about you taking like time to like go and be in the field and to go on these hunts? Like obviously he's supportive, but like does he want to do that or what does he think?
That's that's kind of like where I'm happy because he likes hunting. He loves waterfowl hunting. He does not have any interest in deer hunting. I brought him deer hunting with me once. It was the last day of season. He was bored out of his mind, hated every second of it more than anything, which is fine by me because I like hunting alone and I like someone who doesn't want to go hunting because now I have someone to watch my child while I'm out hunting. So it's
Exactly.
fine. Like, yeah, we get to go goose hunting together sometimes. Like before it was easier, obviously, but now that we have a 1 year old, we have to like work it around when my in-laws can watch her. But like the bear, I was gone for like a whole weekend, 5 day, 4 days for the bear. He was fine. Deer, he's like, please, I do not want to fucking be out there go hunting. I think for the most part, he just likes me to be like out of his hair so he can just chill and watch the ball game or something. So yeah, it's a good balance. Like he likes it enough to be excited about it, interested in it. He definitely wants to try bear hunting. Now that I've told him how absolutely cool it is. But yeah, he's fine with me going out there for sure. He loves it. Very supportive.
Yeah, Corb is very much the same where he enjoys hunting and he always does the shotgun winter hunt here for the deer or whatever. But I'm definitely like the driving force of like, okay, like April 25th is coming, like
Mhm.
scouting, I'm out changing the trail cams, I'm doing this, doing that. Like I'm definitely the more eager beaver in that regard. But again, it's great because then he's at home with our kids because our kids aren't old enough to be left alone for hours
Sure.
on end either. Um, but yeah, I just found that very interesting when she pointed that out. She's like, normally it's like the guy. And I was like, huh, yeah, fuck, I guess. I was like, that's just not our house.
And I get that a lot. Like people will ask, like, "Oh, does your husband like hunt or whatever?" And I'm like, "Yeah, he likes like waterfowl hunting, whatever." And they're like, "Oh, but he doesn't go deer hunting or with you?" And I'm like, "No, I'm a big girl. I can go on my own." And they're like, "Oh, that's just like that's so interesting. Like, are you okay that your husband isn't like as into hunting as you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, like he does not need to. I don't want to go play softball, and he plays softball 3 times a week. Like, we're fine
Exactly.
doing our own things."
Yeah. And like I got Corby into hunting. Like he was always interested. Um, and now, you know, like he's found like his hunting group and like he's got his little posse or whatever. And he comes along with us like on the
Posse.
trap line and ice fishing. Like he comes along, he does enjoy it, but he definitely needed a push to get into it. So it was kind of cool that I got to do that.
Yeah, I did
Uh,
that for Brody. Like he grew up like on the farm shooting muskrats and stuff, but never actually hunting. So I like, took him out for the goose and he was like, "Oh, this is awesome," because goose hunting
right.
is amazing and it's all good from there. John had asked why we're both not going bear hunting. We don't have a bear season where I am, so I have to drive like hours for there to even be a season. So I'd have to either like know somebody or find an outfitter. This spring I was lucky enough to like go out with an outfitter. So yeah, I'll try and get my husband Brody out on a bear maybe this year, set him up with someone.
Yeah, we've definitely talked about getting back into bear hunting. Um, and like we have friends who have properties that could run bear baits, but again, it is a lot of work. Um, it's just a lot of work. And then like the spring bear hunt, I'm turkey hunting. Like I don't know,
That
like it's and again like we don't have any bears where we live, so it's again another week in the year where you're trying to juggle childcare. The spring hunt is like during school, so like that adds another element of shit that I have to have taken care of. But I do want to do it again. It just hasn't presented itself recently.
it will. Now that we're talking about it, it'll pop up for
We're
sure.
manifesting. We're manifesting. We're manifesting.
That's how it works. 100%.
So when you did your bear hunt, you went with another hunter that you didn't know. How was that experience? Like, what were you more nervous about? Hunting an animal that you've never even seen before, or like hunting an animal with somebody that you also have never met before? What was more nerve-wracking?
I was definitely more focused on just hunting an animal that I'd never hunted before. I feel like I just meet such a wide range of people, like in my like line of work and everything like that. So I can just sort of like deal with anyone and everyone that comes my way in a way. So I'm just like, well, whatever. Like I don't know this person, but for one, we're not going to be hunting side by side. And for two, like, I'm just going to see them back at camp. Like, whatever. Like, I don't know them, but if we butt heads, which we probably won't because I am not like a conflict maker,
Yeah.
it'll be fine regardless. So, yeah, it never even like really crossed my mind too much that, oh, I'm like hunting with someone I don't know because I go a lot of places where there's people I don't know.
That's amazing though. And I think that like that's like a really beautiful part about the sport. You know what I mean? Is you were more invested in the hunt. And I think that that ultimately is like what it's really about, especially when you're experiencing something that you've never done before. You don't want to be distracted by anything else. You just want to like pour yourself into that. I think that's awesome.
Thank you.
And
I
I
did.
love that you like put yourself out there too, to put yourself, because I know like there's a lot of people that would be hesitant to do that alone, right? To not be
Yeah.
with their partner or like a buddy, to just be like, no, I'm just going to do it. And there's going to be other people in camp that I don't know. And so like I have to manage like that social, maybe like anxiety aspect. And I have to manage this other aspect of never hunting before, like this particular species. Oh, maybe. I was trying to turn my light on so I'm not in the dark, but
Oh, that's funny. I did want to go outside. I'm like, oh, maybe because you were like, oh yeah, I'm gonna record outside. I'm like, oh, that's a really good idea. But then I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna get like eaten alive by mosquitoes, and
oh
I'm
no,
like,
our mosquitoes are okay. It's just, yeah, I was trying to avoid my kids.
I don't blame you. Are you so ready for school to start again, or you just need like a breather?
I just need a breather. And truthfully, they just need to like reset. They just need a
Yeah.
factory reset and we'll be fine. But
You
a
think
week,
like once everyone's back on a routine-ish,
a week away is going to help me desperately.
I bet. Yeah.
That is going to work for me.
My husband and I are going away, like, well, not next week, this week coming, I guess, Tuesday to a cottage for a few days. And it's just like, work's been effing insane. So I'm
Mhm.
like, okay, this is exactly what I need. Like, it's gonna be our daughter June's like first kind of time being away. So like she might not sleep, which means I won't sleep, but at least I'll be like away with quick access to fishing. So I'm fine. I'm
Yes.
happy.
It'll help you reset.
100%.
Skip to gun 60. You should try hunting moose in Newfoundland. Okay,
I
question.
wish.
What's your dream hunt?
I want to go wild boar hunting in a helicopter.
Ooh, I like that.
But moose is definitely extremely high up on that list. I've been to Newfoundland and I know people from Newfoundland, and I hear the moose hunting there is just like on a whole other level. It sounds like it's extremely expensive for a non-resident to hunt in Newfoundland.
That's what I've heard too. A Newfoundland moose hunt is probably my dream hunt. I asked my uncle, so he was a outfitter for, ever because he's ancient. And I was like, what's your dream hunt? And he just looked at me and he's like, I am happy with where I live and what I get to do here. He's like, I don't, there's nowhere I want to travel to hunt. He's like, I am happy with my moose hunt. And he doesn't even bear hunt anymore. Like he did that when he was an outfitter, right? He's like, I am just content here with my people. And I was like, that is fucking beautiful. Like, I think I kind of feel the same, but a moose hunt in Newfoundland is still, or New Brunswick. That's the other, like, a moose
Yeah.
hunt in New Brunswick. It's very like Northern Ontario coded up there, but yeah, probably still stay in Canada, I would think. But
Yeah, that's true. I didn't really, I guess I'd have to travel outside of Canada for boar, but it would still be
yeah,
a fun hunt.
yeah, like, some people really want to do Africa and shit. And it's just, I mean, if the opportunity presented itself, I probably wouldn't turn it down, but I don't think it's anything that I'm like seeking,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, like a safari hunt for sure. Super cool. A lot of the guys I work with have gone on safari hunts and it looks amazing. And like, I get the meats like put back into the community. Yeah, that's just not one that like I've been jonesing for really.
Yeah, I'm not, I don't know. I
One
don't
thing I really want to do one day is noodling. That has been a
Me
bucket list
too.
thing forever.
Okay,
Let's do it.
I want to shove my hand in a hole and hope that it's a catfish and just like, yeah, I want a noodle. I would love to go sturgeon fishing too, like on the
Yes.
Fraser and like tag the and just like, oh my god, I that is like the fishing trip for me where I'm like, yes, I need to do that before I die.
I went to BC for work like the beginning of the year, and I was just kind of looking to see what was around, and there was this big like sturgeon outfitter, and just the pictures of these like massive prehistoric looking fish. Oh, it's so cool. I'm like, I
you
should have
know
booked more time.
and you just, I mean, not that the fish has seen anything because they're at the bottom of these fucking river systems, but it's like they're so old. You start to think about like what has happened in that fish's time frame, like in their life.
Yeah, like what
And
they've lived through. Like not like they've been like, I remember World War I, but like they
I,
existed.
I remember when they started slicing bread.
Yeah, exactly. Like we get that this isn't what the fish are saying, but they
But
lived
you
through
get
that
where we're coming from.
transition.
You get it. You get it. You get it.
I have done skip to gun 60 says, gotta get baptized, a newfie, kiss the cod. I have kissed cod. We went cod and mackerel fishing and kissed the beautiful, beautiful cod. Sadly, it wasn't in season, so I had to throw it back.
I'd kiss a cod. I kissed frogs just for fun. So
Yeah, because they're
you're not different.
sweet.
Because they're sweet baby angels.
It was downpouring yesterday, and there was so many frogs in our yard.
Oh my God, you guys have got so much rain.
Nuts.
So
Yeah,
much
it
rain.
was crazy. Like the I love a good thunderstorm, but like the thunder and rain yesterday was just like nuts, out of this world.
Well, we finally can see clouds today because it's just been so fucking smoky
Oh
down here.
yeah. Is
Today I was like, oh my God, are those clouds? Like,
that the sky?
oh my God.
Does it
Amazing.
smell smoky?
A couple days ago it did. Like I don't remember it ever being like this. Like I know there's always fires in Northern Ontario. There's always, right? I just
Yeah.
don't remember ever smelling it. Like, and Corb said the same thing. Like he came home, he's like, "What is happening?" I was like, "I don't know. Put a pin in that."
Yeah, exactly. There's just too much going on. Wait till the news tells us what's happening.
Yeah, let's just listen to the news. They wouldn't lie to us at all.
Exactly. 100%.
Mm.
No, it's crazy. Yeah, like I think it was Monday. I looked up and I'm like, why is the sky hazy? Where's the sun?
It was, yeah, it was strange. It was strange. And like the wildfires, like up north, seemingly are under a little more control. They got a bunch of rain too, because we're going on this fishing trip. So we've just been paying
Oh,
attention to
yeah.
where things are at, and things seem to be getting under control a little bit where we're going. So that's great. It's been bad the past couple days in Timmins for the smoke. Yeah, it's been
Is it
it.
letting up in Timmins or is it still like terrible?
I, I I mean, I hope that they can breathe soon.
Yeah. Oh, the air quality's got to be terrible. All right. We're going to have to pop off here in like 10 minutes. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to drop them before we leave. No problem for the smoke. Hopefully Trump doesn't tariff us because of it.
My God.
We're so broke in Canada, we can't afford the tariffs.
We'll import that to you for free.
Yeah, exactly.
Free
You
gift,
know how expensive a pack of cigarettes is? Jesus, you're welcome.
right? Uh, so do you have any like fishing trips? Like you're going to fish at the cottage, but do you have anything else lined up for the summer?
Fishing at the cottage for sure. I don't have anything lined up for this summer, but I really need like to figure something out fishing wise before the end of this year. Like maybe I'll book something with like go out with the Canadian Sportswomen's Society ladies for an ice fishing thing. Definitely ice fishing around home and just like shore fishing as I can, but I haven't had a chance to go out yet at all.
Mhm.
And then shoot, as far as hunting goes, I'm gonna start goose once they start coming in this spring. Squirrel, maybe
Oh my
some
God,
rabbit.
are you the squirrel lady?
Oh my God.
That's funny.
Oh, my friend was like, what is he talking about? He knows you from a squirrel video. I'm like, it's a long story. It's not a long story, but it's an embarrassing story.
You know what's funny? I want to shoot a squirrel and I want to make your squirrel curry and
You
just like
have
full
to.
circle moment, just be like, I was just influenced. The
Exactly.
squirrel lady told me that I should try squirrel curry, so I'm going to do this.
I apologize if I offend anyone.
Ah, there's no
Screw 'em.
there's no offense here.
No, exactly. No, I don't think I'll do a spring or a fall turkey. Deer for sure. I think that's it this year.
Yeah, I think like a fall turkey, from what I understand, and obviously from like my sister's experience, like very much is just like you're deer hunting and they're there. I don't. I'll have to Google it, but I'm not sure like if they come to calls or decoy. I have no idea what that setup looks like.
Yeah, I really don't think they're as like because I haven't done a lot of fall turkey hunting. I've never been successful fall turkey hunting because I just don't really give it my all. I'm like, ah, whatever. I'm just like gonna try. I don't think they're really responsive to like calls or decoys or anything like that. But we do have a lot of turkey on the land that I'm hunting deer on. So, I mean, it might be a good idea to just get a tag. And if I don't get a deer, try for a turkey.
Yeah, it's the same with like coyote hunting. Um, like my dad has shot a couple with his bow, but same thing. He's like, you're deer hunting and a coyote walks by. Like he's like, it's different. You're not calling them, you're not actively trying. It just is like an
It's
accidental
there.
hunt. Like they're just there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's what it was with the squirrel a lot of the time. Like John says, squirrel's an amazing hunt. I did it with a hound. They taste great. They do taste really good. I think hunting squirrel with a hound would be friggin' fun. But that's what it was. Like, yeah, I was deer hunting and seeing a million squirrel as one does when they're deer hunting. And I
Yes.
was like, okay, like population management. Let's let's piss off an entire culture by making squirrel curry.
The property that I deer hunt on, she actually has I'm gonna probably say this wrong, but a falconer.
Oh, cool.
So she takes her falcon out to squirrel hunt. So it's I really want to go out and
Sweet.
like watch one night when they're or one day when they're doing it. But it's funny, you'll go out like the day after and you'll see like where they've killed squirrel because then they let the bird eat it, right? So there's
Oh,
just
okay.
like
Yeah, yeah, I guess.
fur and a couple feathers hanging around. You're like, oh, okay, they got one. I'll send you a
Oh,
picture. She sent me
that's
a picture of it once
cool.
on the squirrel, and it's a cool picture. But yeah.
Oh, that is so neat. Are you going trapping again this year?
Yeah, I will. Probably like it'll either be like November or January. I think it was January, like February when I went last time. The week I went was like they got skunked, no pun
Oh
intended.
no.
They got like two weasels, but it was so cold. Like this huge shift in weather happened while I was there. So everything just kind of hunkered down. So it'd be kind of cool to go up and do it a different time, like November or even like early December, like something like that, just to like experience that
Yeah,
aspect of it,
100%.
or just go both times. Why
I think that's
choose
the
one?
better option. Exactly.
Why just choose one?
Why choose one when you can do both? Well, before we shut this down, anything else you've got going on this week? Anything you're looking forward to? Any last words?
I am just looking forward to my 16-hour drive on Friday to go north and just spend a week fishing. We've gone to this outfitter a couple times and they do have big pike and walleye.
Ooh,
We have been eluded. Like you catch a lot of fish, but we just haven't pulled out a big one. And
yeah,
I'm really horny for that to happen. So
yes.
that's like what's getting me through. And then when I come back from that, it's just target practice, gearing up for the moose hunt. So
Love it.
yeah, yeah. The summer will go by quickly, so I just need to like utilize my time because I have insane optimism that I am shooting a moose this year.
Oh, well, yeah, obviously you are.
Of course, of course. I mean, obviously,
I can't wait to see it.
it'll be, it'll be. But thank you
Um,
so much for having me. Honestly, I always love chatting with you. It's great chatting with like kindred spirits and people who just like fucking get it. So thank you so much. And thank you to everybody who came and chatted with us too.
yes. Thank you. And yeah, I will post all of your information in the description once this is live on Spotify and all the other listening platforms. Thank you
Amazing.
guys.
Thanks. See
See you
ya.
later. Bye. Let me figure out how the hell to get out of here.